Alright, hi, and we're back. Andrew again. This is part 3 of 8, I believe, videos about how to make a SketchUp floor plan. So we imported our floor plan, we scaled it to the right size, and now we've traced around the outside of it. Now what? So we need to make some walls, right? So we could try, drawing exactly inside of it and do all that, but there's a tool that we can use, very helpful. We're going to select the surface that's been made. By the way, if you don't have this surface, you need to go all the way around and check to see where you've got gaps, right? Because you will have gaps, or you might have a line segment that goes up into the air and then back down again. That shouldn't happen, but it might happen. Right, so I've selected the surface, and now I'm going to use a tool called offset. Right, this is the offset tool. It might be in your toolbar here. If it's not, then you can just click on the 3 dots and it'll give you all of the tools that are available. So we are going to use the offset tool. So click on the offset tool, and now I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to click on my line segment once, and I'm going to move out. So you can see that it now makes an offset version of that same line. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in the distance that we want. So at the moment it's about 800 mils. That's way too thick. That's nearly a meter thick. So we're going to make it 200 millimeters thick. Type enter. So good thicknesses for walls. If it's a really big building, maybe 200 mils. Interior walls, 100 mils. And then if it's an exterior wall but of a smaller building, let's say a cafe or something like that, or a domestic house, you might use 150 as your wall thickness. And so there we go. There is my wall thickness. Done. I can now delete this interior surface because I don't need it anymore. So that is my walls. What we're going to do next is create these extra walls in here for the other parts. So for this one, for example, I could use a rectangle tool. I could start from, let's say, this point here and maybe end up over here. Actually no, I won't do that. I just hit escape to stop, and I'm going to start from here and go back this way, because this way I know that's going to be the right size, because it should be 6 by 4 meters. So let's see. Yep, so 6,000, 4,000, and press enter. Right, now it's also filled in this area again. We don't really want that. Now we can make some walls here. Again, use the offset tool. The last tool that you use, by the way, will turn up in this bottom section here. So we can use this again. Click once, move it out. These are interior walls, so it's going to be 100 mils. Press enter. Now you can see here there's a bit of a problem there. We can easily solve that by just continuing this down to the bottom. Same thing here. Click there, down to the bottom, and then we can delete this line segment and delete this interior. Cool, so that's that part. Now I've got this part to do. This one I'm going to do in a slightly different way. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to draw my line. It's going to be 100 mils thick, and it's going to be I guess 13.5 meters. So it's going to be 100, 13, 500. There we go. Right, so again, you have to keep deleting these surfaces, but that's okay. Now we're going to do the same thing going backwards here. So over to there. So it's again 100 by 40, 20. I'm looking at the dimensions box to see what the size should be. So 100, 40, 20. There we go. Again, delete these things that we don't need. And now I'm going to create a box in here. I'm going to go halfway to here. Let's see. That's there. Again, go across to here. So that's 3920, so that's 100 comma 3920, like that. Delete this, and then finally this box here. Again, there's lots of different ways of doing it. I might just use this technique for now. I'm going to reference off this line here. In fact, I know that it needs to be in the red direction, so I'm going to right click and then click on this corner here, so it's exactly that same length. So maybe like that. And now we're going to use that same technique again, but rather than selecting a surface, I'm just going to select these two lines here, and again I'm going to use the offset tool. I'm going to offset them by 100. And now I can delete. Oops, don't do that. Nope, don't do that. Just use the selection tool, delete that. And there we go. Right, there's my walls. Everything's pretty much set up in terms of the walls and the interior walls. Okay, again, make sure that you save, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks everyone.